That's what we need. We need the magical teleporting outhouse. There we go.
What?
Oh, somebody's here.
All right. Tape is rolling, boys and girls. It's Friday. Get ready to go live. Quiet on the set.
You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Britannia. In no other better frickin' place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, lunch, with no other than the dynamic duo, Laz and Jack.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to.
That's right. Bringing you our own brand of news right here inside Shroud Avatar 5 days a week for your viewing and listening pleasure. Welcome to today's show, boys and girls. It is Friday, December 8th, 2017 here inside Shroud Avatar. And, of course, we got the weekend roundup. We got some interesting debates for you. And I'm going to have
not really that interesting.
Well, you know, I gotta like how they got into that conversation, and it's still going, but we'll discuss that in a bit more detail here in just a couple minutes. How's everybody doing today? And welcome again. Let's get this.
You gotta get what? What are you trying to do? What are you trying to figure out?
Gotta get the chats in front of me so I can see who's saying hello and all that. So I can see.
Hi, Botox.
Hi, Eagle. Hi, Botox. I see Evo stopped in a little while back, but that was a while back. But hello, boys.
Yeah. Last night I had a power outage at the house, and
you had snow.
Yeah, I had
snow to make snowballs.
Snow in Austin, and I mean, yeah, I have not seen snow like that since I was in Colorado a long time ago. Like over 15 years.
Yeah, I saw there was snow at the Alamo.
Yeah, there's snow at the Alamo. I mean, I posted some pictures, if you scroll up, of my car. And a couple of days ago, it was 80 degrees in Austin.
Yeah, it's 80 here today.
And right now outside, it's like 40 degrees. And so all of the snow is melting. But yeah, so snow in Austin. I did engage in an impromptu snowball fight because I always act my age.
Always
Act my age. Yes. Then, what else happened besides power went out a little bit? It wasn't out for very long, but it was enough to be annoying.
Speaking of outages, seems to be a little hiccups going on over with the soda forums at the moment, and don't know what's going on with that. They're up, they're down.
Are you referring to the fact that there hasn't been a stand-up comment, and now it's definitely down.
503 service unavailable. Yeah.
And then that's what I get for refreshing. No stand-up corner. No Chris's blog today, but it is Chris's birthday, so you do need to.
Happy birthday!
The Dippy Bird does need his birthday spankings.
Oh, well, everybody's heard about the bird.
So
That's right.
if you are
Happy
one of our
birthday, Chris
developer
Spears.
friends, please make your way over to Chris's desk. Say happy birthday, and here is something from Laz and Jack, and then proceed to give them some spankings.
Well, that means they got to get him out of his chair, but
Well, they can drag him. I mean, it's all good. It's all good. I mean, he'll enjoy it. I mean, I heard on Facebook that it is his favorite part of the day is the birthday spankings, and he really enjoys those things. So please
just have Gix tell him he's got to go over some animation details with him, and he wants
needs to make sure that he has the proper technique in the game, and yes, and Chris should be groveling while he does this.
Boy, what I'd give to have a picture of that.
Yeah, Econdis is saying that the forums are too controversial and they're being removed. That's funny. That is funny.
Oh man, I tell you what.
Yeah.
So, while we have a little pause in the action, I'm assuming you read up on the details on this prior to those links being posted this morning.
I was reading that in bed this morning.
Okay.
We won't talk about it when I woke up, but yeah.
I actually have copies of them, so I can throw them up there.
Well,
there's...
Shit. I don't have it anymore.
I do, so I can actually throw this up there. Otherwise, we can just read yesterday's stand-up again. I don't think anybody would know the difference.
Wait, I think it's already been deleted. Oh, wait, never mind. It's still there. So, free mining accounts. You ready for this?
Free mining accounts, or do you want to start with Dark Star's post? Which
of Dark Star's post?
The second one.
The make a difference?
No,
which second one? Which second?
There's another link underneath that one.
Oh, whoops! I didn't look at that one yet.
It didn't do what it was supposed to do.
Yeah, it definitely didn't. But yes.
But let's start with that.
Let's start with Dark Stars because I've got it up right now. So. Let's see. With release 49, they're making a few updates to the visitor system. They're moving free trial users to the Path of Courage because using melee weapons is easier. Introduction to the combat system. Why not allow them to test it themselves? They're also
great idea.
Let them experience it for themselves. Let them choose which path. And you know what? You might as well go ahead and on those paths, go ahead and change it to where it's like you also get to choose your weapon, because realistically, there is no tie between the weapon you choose and your path.
Well, what I think they're saying is they're starting everybody with swords now, just because they think swords are easier. If your auto attack is on to begin with, you don't have to worry about getting ammo, finding all that, getting started. Conundrum. So it makes sense.
And the three choices for starting weapons are ranged, swords, or what? Magery? Which is the fire
That's
tree,
not a weapon.
Or the sun tree, mix of sun and fire. But there is no bludgeoning start path. What other start paths are not available?
Anyway, they're going down the new path for the free trial.
Visitors start on the Path of Courage. They'll no longer be able to start other story paths, and they're going to limit how far that visitors can advance their skills only to level 50.
Sounds reasonable.
Making those changes. So, skill level 50, not adventurer level 50. Yeah, making these changes will allow them to leave the free trial up almost continually, therefore maximizing the ability for customers to try the game before they buy. Hello.
Oh.
Or was that in TeamSpeak?
That's Johnny over in TeamSpeak.
Okay, yeah.
We're on the air, Johnny. Come join us over in Discord.
Yeah. I like the echo. Making those chat allow them to keep the free trial up continuously. I don't know if I like that.
What the hell?
Why would you do that? They feel firmly that giving customers this no obligation opportunity is great for the health of the game and a fair business practice that they wish to pursue. I would almost limit the free trial play to a week.
Now again, my initial opinion was a month. A month is more than enough time but they're going to leave it open. They're going to leave it wide open. Keep going.
Yeah, but with those restrictions that you got on the trial account.
We're getting to that.
Here's a list of updated visitor limits. The term visitor is appended to their character name, can only advance skills up to level 50, can only play the path of courage, cannot start the path of love nor truth, cannot give items to other players via trade, cannot purchase nor sell items via player vendors nor public vendors.
What?
No ownership of property nor use of lot signs, cannot interact with public chests. What happens if they buy a raffle deed and win it?
Oh.
Can't interact with vendors.
Just that.
No, that's player vendors.
Player vendors.
Player vendors and public vendors.
Oh, public vendors.
Yeah.
I assume that public vendors are...
they can't own property, but they can win a deed.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, can't interact with...
It'll give them a reason to buy.
Yeah, can't interact with public chests.
Very good point, Shroud. If they bought a ticket and one little piece of land, that would be a real high incentive to upgrade. Absolutely.
Sounds like the EverQuest business model there. Yeah, you can't do nothing unless you actually have a subscription.
Can't flag as PvP, can't move or interact with items on a plot even if they're given permissions.
That's the EQ business model.
Can't gain nor create ransom items when you kill or are killed in PvP zones.
Get a real account.
Cannot play in offline mode, and free trial access may be restricted during certain times of the year.
Blackouts.
Blackouts.
Like Disney. Can't play during Christmas time. Don't want to overload the servers.
Blackout.
Yeah.
Well, that's essentially what it's saying. There may be blackout dates where you won't be able to actually play the game.
Saturday and
They
Sunday.
didn't say Christmas.
Yeah.
though.
Christmas? Nobody's playing anyway.
No, we're going to have events, where the devs come in and appear.
Hey, we've got those events every single day with gigs and
Condas. Now that's where I'm going. That's exactly where we're going down here, and I just don't get it. And of course, we're gonna get to that point in a moment because it really don't make much sense. And of course, what Acondas is saying is that I bet you can still mine as a free trial and then sell the account. Now, this was brought up in the next post that, is free mining accounts was the topic. And character goes, thanks, I'm just going to give all my staff free mining accounts and, set them out to mine. But, of course, Caballero Kid comes in right after that and goes, hello, your character can't sell it to the vendors. You can't trade it to anybody else. So you're just a character with a lot of mining and experience.
No,
Of course,
not a lot of mining, only 50 skill.
That's right, 50 skill.
Yeah.
A lot of mining, as in ore, resource, granite, whatever they're mining. A lot of mining.
Can't
50
trade.
skill,
You said?
50 skill.
Well,
A lot of mining crap, okay?
Well, that's where you end up. In order to upgrade those, you go to like GTA.com and you buy the cheapest CD key that you can get for the game.
Well, now that's what I think they're alluding to as this conversation's already gotten the 3 pages in. Now, at one point, don't forget whether it was the OP in this, who says, well, you mine until there's enough to,
Sell.
to give you a reason to upgrade it to sell it. Yeah,
Well,
and trade it out. Yeah.
That and that tells me that a lot of those free player accounts will end up being botted. And when that happens, you know what ends up happening.
Again, the amount of time just put in, even with modding, even if they were doing that, the amount of time necessary to do that. I mean, I just don't see the trade-off, and neither does most of the other folks who are commenting here. And of course, then they go into the point, well, if the game's paid for, technically, even if you're buying those access codes for $5 off that site, somewhere somebody paid full price for that. Yes? No? What's your opinion on that?
I don't know.
As my understanding is that site supposedly takes sites that were bought illicitly with ill-gotten credit cards and then sold at a very discounted rate just for cash. Okay, that's what I've been told. Whether that actually is the case or not, well, I don't have proof of that.
Well,
but at that point, Portalarium's still been paid, so I don't get it.
It's gonna be
not if it's ill-gotten credit cards. I'm sure.
Interesting.
Well, again, then there's the risk of when that account does, and then I've heard this has happened again. We keep our ear to the ground around here, at least I do.
Sometimes.
And I've heard that there have been accounts that have been claimed as fraudulently purchased and sold someplace else, and just been bang gone.
Ouch.
I mean. That's a chance you take if that's the kind of sites you're going to deal with. I mean, again, D-bad. Don't be a dick. Pay for it legit. Make sure you're covered. Do what you got to do. But if you're going to buy a key from a site like that, then you're putting yourself at risk of losing the account, period. And of course, then it becomes, if that account does get sold, the third person in line really has no clue.
Yeah,
they just assume they bought it from a legit player.
Well,
but I just don't see the philosophy. It doesn't seem to make time nor sense from any standpoint. Even with, you got to set up the bot, so you got to take some time to do that if that's an intended purpose. I just don't get it. Unless you're just going to have a guy sitting on a node going dink, 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 and waiting for it to
seen that before.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, geez, why did you do that in a regular, in a non-instance? Man? Come on. Yeah.
I wouldn't know anything about that, I tell you.
The good old days.
Hey, I spent a lot of time down in the clink mining that one crystal node for a long time early when crystals were worth 2,000 gold apiece.
Why'd you do that in the clink? You could have done that in so many other places.
Because I was a newbie with 5 experience and I had no way around. And of course, I saw the Mad Hermit's video of, crystals are worth money, and I just happened to know there was a node down there.
That's the only node that you
only
know
place
about.
I could survive back in the day. So
yeah,
take a trip down there for a couple hours and sit there just waiting for it to respawn.
You made it 100 feet off the lot, people.
Yeah.
Actually, it was a little further because, back then I didn't have any land.
And it got wiped. Then it all got wiped.
Yeah, those were the good old days, I tell you. Some of the things we were able to do in the...
Good afternoon, Laz and Jack.
Good afternoon. Who's that?
I think that was in TeamSpeak. Yeah.
No, it's Johnny. I'm right here.
Oh, hi Johnny. Yes. So
there he is.
But forcing the no trade, no doing anything will deter most of those people from doing a lot of illicit shit. And I even though Darkstar's like, we modeled it off of WoW's starter
World of
program.
Warcraft.
I don't see it. I mean, because I think WoW limits the amount of time that you have that free access to, like 14 days, not a month.
No, they don't. No, they give you a pretty much open-ended.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a good thing for that purple llama to be running around off its chain like that. We may get some purple llama drama around here.
You're looking for the purple llama drama? Well,
I'm not looking. There's one loose running around on the lawn.
I believe it's chasing somebody that's running around invisible.
That sucker's prancing.
It had some catnip.
And you see what I'm dealing with today.
Yes, I see you got pussy in lap. Puss in lap as always now. Is this becoming a thing?
All depends on whether or not the dog's out or not. If the dog's up, she'll come out and harass me. And she'll be like going through and trying to dig her claws into me in different places.
Yeah, that's
so
love.
What is that vortex doing? Is that actually a prance?
I believe List is running around and she is following him. And I'm willing. Although Gig says they run around for some reason now. Although I still secretly think that List is running around.
List is invisible, running around with it.
Trying to get on the line.
Scared of avatars.
It's
probably scared of the bathroom.
So if List would become visible, then we'll be able to see whether or not he is real. The energy
He's
vortex
visible. He's sitting right there. He's right next to
List is
Scudder.
waiting for you to cast reveal.
That's Gix.
That's Gix.
That's Gix.
He's the one who summoned it, I think. Yeah? Thought he summoned it. I watched him summon it.
Are you sure about that?
I think so. I'm not positive.
Yeah, well, Gix is saying he summoned it. So apparently your theory is all wrong. They just prance around now like Gix told you they do.
Hey,
pretty cool.
And run around aimlessly. Is that only the purple llama drama, or is it also other things that run around? Got to pan around to go find. And I got. Okay.
Keeps not running around. I don't know. Let's see. Come on.
Yeah, you can put
See that one's just standing still.
Click on it and select patrol.
Patrol? Sheep's
They will literally go everywhere and just run around like crazy.
Oh.
Put your pets
up. Your sheep's on the loose, buddy.
Come back here. Yeah, I'm two-timing sheep.
Eagle, thank you very much for the cheers.
Yes, absolutely.
Did I see that right? 1,200?
Oh.
1,200 bits.
Whereas Eagle sent me some love via the donation method. Yes.
Lucky you.
Yeah, Econdis is waiting for the Chinese players to start playing. I'm also waiting for the Russian invasion.
I haven't seen a whole lot on that side. I've noticed a little, but not a whole lot. I've seen a couple of odd names that would bring you to believe that those were Russian players. I've seen a couple people actually speaking a language that I could not discern. So,
okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that language could be English. I mean, we do know that there's
it might have been. It wasn't Brooklynese, that's for sure. I know that much.
Brooklynese.
The
Russians are coming.
We just need Led Zeppelin to start saying hella.
It's like collusion.
Yeah.
You can't collude with the Russians, man. What are they doing here?
Yeah.
Collusion. What kind of collusion? Yeah. We're seeing the collusion come out, and the world's about to be shocked, I'll tell you. But anyway, how about we finish up? I believe we had a little bit more on release notes. Or do we want to? I mean,
we did.
This other topic, I just don't get it. But I had to bring it up and discuss it because, and again, anybody else out there in the peanut gallery, Got any thoughts or comments on this? I mean, do you find it feasible? Do you not find it feasible? Thoughts? Anybody?
Talking about what?
What?
Free mining
Sorry.
accounts.
He's talking about the trial
Not a
accounts
big
and the
deal.
limits.
Yeah, again, I'd just, I don't see it.
No, but the limits in it is a way to test the waters. I mean, it's gonna make you want more, though. I will tell you that.
Most everybody we get to come on in, sit down, and we answer questions for
Miss.
who comes in
18.
as a visitor usually winds up upgrading. I'll tell you what,
That's
not
true.
nothing, but Jack and I have been helping put asses in seats since the day we started streaming.
I can't
people
tell you how
come
many
in.
people I've steered to the website to get them a trial account, and they said they loved it, and they started.
They see us on Twitch. We get them into Discord. We explain, exactly what the game is, and tell them about free trials, where they can get the best deals on stuff. If they can wait for Steam sales, the best way to get an account is wait for a Steam sale. Legitimately. And we help them get acclimated. We show them around, and of course, by the time they see everything that they need to see, I mean, geez, Nero went from a guy who was really, really just digging it to he's a governor now. Donnie Brascow is another one. Donnie's back with the vengeance, as it may be.
Oh yeah,
Not me.
The pimp is Johnny O over here. Johnny O, he came on in, and of course Johnny's hooked. Just make sure the baby gets plenty of them diapers, Johnny. No diaper money on the game.
Towels. Use towels.
Hey, Johnny bought in like 2 days before his wife was giving birth, and he's like, I really can't be spending a lot of money.
$50,000 later.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But anyway, I think
get
a
a
free
small
trial open like that is going to allow people to really come in and get a feel for the game, the community. And even with the month, like I had suggested, sometimes it just doesn't work for people. People work, 40, 60 hours a week. They don't always have time to spend hours on end. So, then maybe it takes a couple extra weeks to get to learn stuff. They get a couple hours on the weekends to play. Allow them to do that over time, man. It's just, I think it's a great idea.
Well, I mean, that entire discussion leads into the real money transactions and the fact that you know what, Lord British sat there and admitted that he used to buy WoW gold, which is actually a violation of WoW's terms of service.
Well,
because time is money.
He has been one of the most vocal.
Them raping my time is a violation of me.
That time equals money is a reality in this world, and
that's why you pay $5 for Scroda.
That's right. That's why you buy recall and teleport scrolls.
Violations. There it is.
And if you want the real cheap ones, you go see him for $4.49.
Oh, you wait for the Scroda coupon?
Cheap ones.
I was pointing to you.
Oh yeah. Well, at least mine don't fizzle like that, guys.
Don't you sell yours for $4.49 now?
Something.
Or
like
did you bring your price back up?
It's like
I'm waiting for a discount on the
Hell, if you just get out of the
commission-free
venture, you'll
vendors.
get enough scrolls to keep you in stock.
Hey, shut up.
commission-free vendors are only going to get more expensive.
I hear somebody saying they're looking for a discount, but I could barely hear them. Who is that, Johnny?
Yeah, he's looking for a commission-free vendor.
Commission-free vendors, $120 average price, and if you get up below that, jump on it.
Hello?
Yeah, something like that.
And yeah, that they're not going to get much lower than that unless you find somebody. Yeah, but
somebody that doesn't know what they're doing.
People are buying bundles and selling them off piecemeal, so those vendors are going to have a constant price, until the market's overflowed. And there's another one. There's been a cry out there to drop the commission, and I love this one. This one was funny as hell.
No.
Guy goes, well, if I put 10 100K bows for sale, I got to pay 10K commission on each. That's 100,000 gold up front. I think you should drop the commission on the commission vendors. And I'm thinking to myself, dude, if you're selling bows at 100,000 a piece, and you're putting the 10 grand down, you shouldn't be having no problem paying that money up front, brother.
Exactly.
I really think that the difference between commission vendors and commission-free vendors is really, really stupid. But it's one where almost every single vendor in the game right now is a commission-free vendor. And I don't know why anybody would actually spend money on a commissioned vendor.
I've got several of them. Are you kidding me? I love them.
Crazy person.
They're cheap.
You may think so.
I got to do with anything.
Crazy.
I don't know what happened. I'm just noticing you haven't moved on stream at all.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
And
I moved on my stream.
Yeah, it's just your stream is
yeah. It's
I don't know why that is.
You're moving on my stream?
Yeah. That's too funny.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can fix that.
Just delete it, would you?
No,
it's frozen.
I mean, I'm looking at him on the other screen, so I really don't pay attention to that too much. But he's stuck. Hang on, let me fix that real quick. I think I can do that.
Get rid of his ugly face. There you go. Oh, he's back again.
I am now the host. Now I have to go click on buttons to say that I am on both sides. He is completely quit out of Zoom. So even
that doesn't stop my camera. I'm using a secondary camera, and you're still up on screen. I don't know why, which is real funny.
2 Jacks on Jacks.
Yeah, which means you hung up somewhere.
There he is.
Yeah. Okay,
I got
second.
it. You're back. You're back moving now.
And now
no echo now.
Wait.
No echo.
You're echoing in Zoom because your phone has an active mic.
Phone shouldn't have an active mic.
Why were you echoing for a second?
Because I hadn't hit the mute button.
Oh,
yet.
okay.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Oh, there's 2 Lazes now. Jeez. What the hell's going on?
Well, okay, so whenever we open up Zoom, it will change the where
whoever talks. That's why we mute it. It goes to voice activation. So when I spoke, it clicked me up on screen. All right, Jack's back and moving.
Now you're back.
For the last part of the.
Damn.
People actually see him talking now instead of.
I don't know.
Not like it's any different, now just his mouth moves,
What are you talking about? Don't know what you're talking about. Wouldn't know what you're talking about?
Don't know what you're talking about.
Who are you talking about?
Hey, Laz, why are you moving?
I don't know.
Stop moving.
Boingy, boingy, boingy.
That again.
Why does Jack look like South Park animation?
Because I am South Park animation.
Top it. Jack's head's cut off.
What am I supposed to say about that? Other than I am South Park animation. Okay, let's see. Where are we at? Where are we going to? Are we going to?
I don't know.
Those release note thingies.
Release notes. Where were we on those?
Don't ask me these silly questions because I'm reloading the page.
Wherever we go, there you are.
Yeah, and I probably really should kill this tab suspend thing that I've got going on. Because, yeah. Okay, so were we at the character section? I think we were about there.
I don't recall.
Derail.
Winter items, release 47 postmortem. We cover all that. The Telethon, holiday content.
Don't know what you're talking
about. We do all that stuff.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Sure, we
in-game arrow directions, new in-game maps. We cover that stuff.
Don't know what you're talking about.
I know we covered Discord removal.
Yes, we did. And we covered winter items. So I think we're at character with Norgard Barbarians.
Character.
That's right.
You need some character.
In the wilderness of the Verdantis and Norgard regions, hordes of barbarians and cannibals hold sway and terrorize the inhabitants. Occupied with their fruitless war with the kobolds, the Norgard nobility and military do little to keep the barbarian raids under control, only protecting the largest cities. The barbarian clans each identify with an animal totem, and the dragon clan is the most fearsome. Yeah, in release 49, they have updated the existing placeholder NPCs with this custom art, and they will now drop the recipes for the animal head recipes. In release 50, they will be adding wearable gear to the drops that will yield patterns when salvaged. So you too can unleash your inner barbarian.
You can be that inner barbarian.
Oh, yeah.
Again, I like the bone themes, thing that they got going on, but just a wee bit overboard, I think, for all the clans. But I guess that's personal opinion.
I'm really not.
I want to see the bonuses on the dragon head hat.
Yeah.
Well,
so Justin
I'm reading pattern here. I'm reading patterns.
I'm fine with the barbarians.
With the patterns, I'm reading drop items aren't gonna be worth crap, and so you ain't gonna have any bonus anywhere. That's what I'm reading into that. So I
heard recipes.
Sounds about right.
Wearable gear to the drops that will yield patterns when salvaged.
Right. So the wearable gear, if it has any properties at all, but since it's a drop, it's probably going to have garbage
and then
properties.
Then
just like your weapon drops.
The animal head is going to be probably a rare-ish drop. And that one's a recipe. So the headwear is going to be a recipe. The armor, the rest of the armor is going to be you have to salvage the thing to get the pattern.
Yes, I heard that. Yeah. But the recipe itself will yield a hat.
Right,
yep.
But that's like saying, look at my crafted leather hat of Thermagy times 12 plus. I mean,
Wah. As soon as they make some more changes to crafting and bonuses, that gear is going to be obsolete.
Now, if it's going to be like, other bone armor where we get a nice, that's another story. We may have to take a look at that. But
you just want to receive the bone armor straight in your face.
Yeah. Just like the bone, man. Just like the bone.
Yep. The fawn animations were expanded, much like they did with the satyrs and kobolds in Release 48. In Release 49, they have re-rigged the fawns. And so Gix spent a lot of time boning those fawns. Is that what he's calling
it now?
Yeah, he's been boning the fawns so that their animations can match the breadth and range of other humanoids, humans, elves, and skeletons. This will allow them to not only have more combat animations and wield more weapons, but it will also allow them to do non-combat animations like conversation, sitting, etc. Yeah.
Aren't fawns supposed to be the helpless little slaves?
Yes, fawns are the helpless little slaves that if you
we're going to allow them to equip heavier and better weapons. I just don't get it.
Well, don't forget that you do need to contribute to Scroda's Save the Fawn Foundation.
Save the Fawn Foundation, that's right.
And in order to...
He's not talking about Fawn Leibowitz.
And maybe you can break the chains off some of those fawns. Yes. But fawns are evil because they have that unlimited supply of focus, and they will continuously cast root on you, as well as heal those other bastards and Daisy.
Nothing. They cast mez now.
What?
They don't root you. They mez you now.
They've mesmerized you for a long time. They always did that. It was the confusion, mesmerize, the root, and
but still,
heal.
at least in root, you can still attack.
Yeah, mesmerize. You can
not if they're not near you.
Have to learn how to do weird things.
You just have to run sideways to attack when you're mesmerized. Yeah, that's all. That's the ticket.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Now just equip a bow.
Yeah. Then Virtue Gear, they're expanding the number of pieces of the Virtue-themed gear that you can get by completing quests in-game. They have included the following pieces in Release 49. That includes the Leather Gloves of Love, because there's always a little leather.
Shouldn't they be rubber?
Some love.
Shouldn't they be rubber?
Better get that leather glove on just right.
That's
before
right.
you
That's right.
get
Leather
to
spanking
work.
gloves.
The Plate Gloves of Courage and the Cloth Gloves of Truth. The Professor's old-time camera, this new version of the equipable camera, has a silver metal highlights in green cloth. When used, it takes black and white screenshots of the game, just like the original version. It is a prize for the how-to video contest. Yeah. I still think that contest was stupid.
You know, and
We kill the most fawns in an hour.
so what are we giving away? One of these, or are we giving away one to every entrant? I mean, I just don't get that stuff, you know. I mean, you know, do I really have to put a video together just to get a damn camera? I mean, really?
Yes.
Okay.
Merchant NPCs and indoor lights in Release 44 to prevent situations such as patrolling guards going into shops and turning off their lights during the day. Lights were tagged either indoor or outdoor. You know what? You just needed more Jack the Lamplighters running around. And NPCs were set up to only interact with outdoor lights.
I just had the light bulb go off. Okay.
Why were guards set up to turn on and off lights when you had Jack the Lamplighter? And Jack the Lamplighter was working flawlessly.
And for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you got these guys in the payroll who are turning on lights and turning off lights.
Do you remember the fun we used to have on set with Jack the Lamplighter?
You used to sit there and mess with Jack the Lamplighter. He'd turn them on, you'd turn them off, he'd turn around, come back, turn them back on. I mean, he was working pretty flawlessly
I
back
know.
then.
It's like, why would you...
Now, of course...
Yeah,
there is a lamplighter right at the corner of your lot down there. We haven't, of course, we're never right down there to mess with them. We haven't tested that in quite some time, neither.
No. But, I mean, that thing was working perfectly, like, a
we
year and a half
used to
ago.
have a lot of fun with that.
2 years ago.
A lot of fun with that.
Especially when I was playing the character Jack the Lamplighter, and someone thought it was an NPC.
Here we go, Jack. Picture this. I take and I put the How to Make Thousands in Gold book back in production. I put it up on a vendor. And then I start the video scene by entering Sultan, running to the vendor, opening the vendor with the book on it and going, "Purchase this book for all the information you need." And there's my video.
Yes, that is an excellent help video.
And there's my video.
Yeah. Yeah. What should my video be? How to sit on a lot and do nothing?
How to master milling.
Yeah. Run over to the vendor over here and go, "Buy this book."
Yeah. So when did I get a pillory?
That's my
girly voice.
Oh, it's your
I
pillory?
knocked it down for you.
Okay. Excellent.
He wants you to be comfortable, Jack.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's helping Gix out.
Use your girly voice, screw it up. Come on.
Gix did something bad.
I want you to feel
I.
Yeah.
Are you ready for your punishment?
So potion animation was also updated when after drinking a potion, avatars will now smash the empty flask on the ground, therefore explaining why there is now an empty flask remaining afterwards and immersion is saved. Wait.
Run that by me again.
If you smash the empty flask... Oh, explaining why there is not an empty flask remaining afterwards and immersion is saved. So, people were saying, hey, I just drank this potion. Why don't I have an empty bottle in my inventory? Now you smash the potion after you drink it, thereby saving your immersion.
Why would my character do that? Why would my character go around littering the
That's
streets of
pollution.
Novia
That's
with
because
glass for people to step on because I
Some
drank
people
a
are
potion?
barefoot.
that's because your
That
character
doesn't make
is
sense.
not following the D-bad policy. He's not recycling. He's not upcycling. He's just being a dick.
You know, if I'm carrying glass bottles for potions, I'm not smashing them things,
Nope.
man. I'm recycling. I'm taking them suckers home and I'm washing them out and reusing them, man.
Absolutely, man.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Breaking my immersion big time, I tell you.
I remember
Bit the
what's
boss.
his face back in the day, man. I got my entire alchemy up just by reusing 10 potion bottles.
Yep.
Yeah, I just, and if you're gonna do that, then I think there should be glass left in the streets that should be, usable, maybe usable like caltrops. You throw the potion down in front of your enemy, and he takes.
You
damage
drink the
for
potion,
running over.
yeah. And don't forget the all-important bleed aspect of that.
Now, is that going to allow me now to throw explosion potions at my enemies like I used to be able to do in UO? I think.
The boss.
But it's about that time, Jack. And of course, it is Friday, which means we have the weekend roundup of events to inform the good folks out there all about happening throughout the lands over the weekend here.
So you're telling me I have to write a book about how to throw an explosion potion, then make a video on showing you where to buy it.
Absolutely.
That's right.
But while we're moving on into that, don't forget you can keep track of everything that's going on in Shrouded Avatar with the MBNN Shrouded Avatar app, available on the Google Play Store, the Apple iTunes Store, or the Amazon App Store for all your electronic devices. If you want to check out maps, you want to get in on the forums, you want to come into Discord, you want to see what's happening this weekend on the calendar, get the NBNN Shroud of the Avatar app, and you can take all the greatest Shroud of the Avatar stuff with you in the palm of your hands. Of course, lots of events coming up for the holidays, and most of those are happening, I believe, next week. But of course, that doesn't stop things from happening over this weekend.
Yes, don't forget the NBNN community calendar is an aggregate of all of the available calendars that Laz knows about. Remember, these are different guilds, alliances that have their calendar set up. They add their events. They get posted. And since Laz is aggregating all those Google calendars, we have no control over most of those events. But if you have a Google Calendar or you have a Gmail account and you want to add events to the Shroud of the Avatar community calendar, you can message that guy at news@nbnn.info, and eventually he'll do something with it.
Now, Hannah Appenglow did exactly that yesterday and got her weekend Christmas party next week up on the calendar. They asked me to get that added to her, and that's all you got to do if you really don't want to do all that is just news@nbnn.info. Leave the relevant information, links if you have them, and we'll get it added to the calendar so that
right.
we can tell the good folks about what's going on in your world out here inside Shroud of the Avatar.
And don't forget, all times on the community calendar are Central Time in the real world, but we prefer to refer to it as Nude Britannia Time.
Nude Britannia Time.
Yes. Monday through Friday, 12s and 6s around the clock. You do need to tune in your ether amplifiers to Radio Free Britannia. And listen
WRFB.
to two idiots interpreting the news so you don't have to. A little show called Lunch with us.
These guys.
Yes. Since it is Friday, 7 p.m., you can always join
Funked Up Friday.
Join Kazan Phoenix Fire or Malhari for the Phoenix Republic PvE nights and go explore all kinds of different places and go kill stuff. If that's not your thing and you'd rather engage in some PvP, you might think about going to the town of Vengeance for Vengeance Madness in a the non-PvP
It's
town of
madness,
Vengeance.
all right.
Yeah, it's madness.
It's madness.
And if that's not your thing, you'd rather just listen to some 70s rock or 70s music, you can always tune in your ether amplifiers to Radio Free Britannia
WRFB.
for the 70s at 7. At 8 o'clock on Avatar's Radio, DJ Aileen is going to be doing the Beat of Novia. At 10 p.m. on AR, she's continuing the Beat of Novia. And the final event for Friday is on Radio Free Britannia. And that's the Record Room. Woohoo! Which takes us to Saturday, which kicks off early, 1 a.m. with none other than the House of Omen with DJ Omen Crow on Radio Free Britannia.
WRFB.
At 6 a.m., you need to wake up, New Britannia.
Wake up, New Britannia.
With Wolfdom and Celine. And don't forget, pay attention, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. Yay! And that's on Radio Free
you
Britannia.
Early risers, or
And at 10 a.m., you can always join the Paxlayer General Meeting Morning Edition. At 4 p.m., the EVL Virtue League is going to be doing their PvP tournament. Don't forget that's in the town of Virtue Oasis. At 8 p.m., Asclepius and Lord Baldrith are taking over Avatar's Radio for Echoes from the Cavern. At 8:30 is the Paxlayer General Meeting taking place somewhere in their Discord or TeamSpeak. 10 p.m., the No Ma promo is going on.
No Ma promo.
Which is taking place in the town of Novian Market, and don't forget that includes requests.
Requests now taken for the Novian Market.
That's right. That takes us to Sunday.
Sunday.
At the Fairpark Coliseum.
Which starts off with the Noma Promo Asia Edition, now with requests. At the same time on Radio Free Britannia.
WRFB.
Radio Free Britannia.
Radio.
With the House of Omen with DJ Omen Crow. 6 a.m. out in the town of Novian Market is the Noma Promo European Edition. At 9 a.m. on Avatar's Radio, DJ Striker Sparhawk's going to be doing some Lost in the Spaces, which is an eclectic flow of tunes. At noon in the town of Novian Market, you do need to go for the Noma Promo America's Edition. America. That's not your thing, and you'd rather look at the stars and learn all about the astronomy in-game, you can always join Bo and Bloodgood in the town of New Britannian Market for Astronomy Night, and that takes place at the museum. And the final event of the weekend is hosted by none other than the Bear Tavern.
Good old folks at the Bear Tavern.
And that's out in Barron's Reach. You do need to go out there because all great adventures begin in a pub somewhere, and from there they do sally forth and go kill stuff.
Sally forth, my liege.
That's right. And that is our community calendar for this December 8th through the 10th in Shroud of the Avatar.
Looks like I've got a little friend visiting me right here.
You mean that crocodile crotch? You really should use some moisturizer to control that leathery skin.
You got a little chafing going on down there. I don't know why.
Yeah. You didn't put the...
I know I was feeling a little rough between the...
edges? Yeah.
I tell you, yeah. They told me, never mind.
Yep.
Never mind. Alrighty, moving right along. That is correct. It is Friday here, and of course, we're going to get ready to go off and gallivant on the weekend and have our own fun and do what we do best, which will be probably sitting here on the lot. So don't forget you're watching NBNN right here on Twitch TV, listening in replays on the radio or watching on YouTube. Thanks for joining us and watching. We do appreciate it. If you want to become a supporter of NBNN, you can donate direct by using the links right off the NBNN website, nbnn.info. You can go to Twitch TV, twitch.tv/Cynicist or twitch.tv/NBN News and donate directly. Or you can become a patron and, of course, donate monthly to help support the cause. You can cheer while we're live. I don't know. Can you cheer when we're not live?
Yes, you can. You can cheer whenever. Cheer. Yay.
That's not true. It's, the cornstarch is why it was.
All over his face now. It's on his face, man.
Yeah, the cornstarch is all over his face now.
Okay. Anyway, moving right
my
along.
crotch. That's why.
Get Master of the Forge happening through December 16th. You too can get out there and own one of them shiny new auction items created by some of our devs and our community out there supporting the Airy Fund. airyfund.org for the latest information on what we're doing around the community and what's going on in the world. And Darkstar has another post. We didn't get to that, but they posted the amount of money they've raised total to date. We'll see if we can get that for Monday's show for you folks.
Yeah, it's also on the front page. I linked to it before the show.
I did not see that. But of course, that'll probably be in the news today, which we'll retweet once that's out. Newsletter's out already?
No. The reports on the front page.
Yeah, no. I'm talking about the newsletter.
Yeah.
It'll be in the newsletter.
Avatars.
Anyway, coil more wands, putting the magic in your hands. Scrota's music service. It's Scrota. It's music, and it's a service right here inside Trinity Avatar. There you go. Britannian Mining Company wants you to come out and check out the Dewdrop Inn. If you want to get nasty, you want to get all... Check out the Dewdrop Inn right here in Owl's Head. RelicsByReal.com for all your licensed Shrouded Avatar swag. You want t-shirts, hats, hoodies, drinkware, you name it. Rill's got it. And if you want it cheap, use the promo code NBNN. You'll save 10% when you check out at RelicsByReal.com. WRFB, Radio Free Britannia, bringing you the latest news and entertainment throughout the week, right here inside Trinity Avatar. And of course, last and definitely not least, ShroudMarketplace.com, because of course, aside from regular marketplace, we gotta show you some of them wonderful auction items up.
Yeah, go to shroudmarketplace.com, click on that auctions button, and check out the Master of the Forge auctions. Make sure and register for an account before you start bidding. And bid, because you know what? The sooner you bid, the more likely it is that you'll win. And don't forget, everything on Shroud Marketplace is sold by different players. Every single vendor is responsible for maintaining their own inventory, setting their own prices, so you end up with all kinds of things. And, I mean, teleports and recoil scrolls from that guy and this guy. I mean, what are you selling teleports and recoil scrolls for?
$4.99.
Oh, $4.49 from this guy. That's right. And then from there, don't forget, you can always check out Wynn's Wonders, where you can get all kinds of things from her.
He calls mine cheap and cut rate. Yeah.
Well, yours fizzle, man. That's the problem there. Armelian's Gold and more artifacts and rare.
Fake news. Lies.
Over 85. Over 85 different player vendors have registered on Shroud Marketplace to sell their stuff. You know what? Anything and everything from accounts all the way to game gold, crowns of the obsidian, lot deeds, houses, I mean, pets. I mean, Omen Crow's kit and caboodle. It's got tamed pets up there for you. I mean, anything and everything, including artifacts, all the way to services. Just
coinage,
like
services.
Services are awesome because you can always get some mining runs done. You can get some power hours. You can get some adventurer boosts. You can get some cheese sign writing. Or you can get Scrota's music service.
Right there on the website. You can click on services. It'll bring you to all the listed services right there.
Including weddings.
Weddings and more by Laz. That's right. Of course, you're looking to get hitched. Come see me. I've got all the stuff you need. We'll get you Unique lot layouts. Yeah. Squirrel.
All
We've
kinds of
got it
weddings
all.
for you.
That's right.
Variety of
Underground
locations.
weddings,
Yeah.
above ground weddings, lakeside, seaside, beachfront,
And you've got the clothes.
sunset, sunrise, underground, bloodletting, you name it, we've got it. And specially done just for you. If you are that unusual couple who wants to write your own vows, we can do that as well. Same sex, no problem.
It's all
Want to
good.
marry
It's all
your
good.
sheep? We'll do that for you. You want to marry your robot? We'll do that for you. You want to marry your snowman or snowwoman? We'll do that for you.
Yes.
Weddings and more. Not just weddings, but a whole lot more. Serving Shroud of the Avatar since 2014.
Don't forget, every single one of those vendors is responsible for setting up their own stuff and maintaining it. And don't forget, check out the latest vendor, Hex Media, where he's got all kinds of things where you too can become an instant millionaire in Shroud of the Avatar.
Become an instant millionaire. Gotta love that promotional advertising.
I love it. I really do. Don't forget, if you want to start selling your stuff, you do need to register for an account, and then click on vendor registration on the left-hand side, and you too can start selling your stuff on Shroud Marketplace. It's Shroud Marketplace, the best place to go buy or sell anything Shroud of the Avatar related. And it's actually time for us to thank the most important people around here, and that's you guys, especially Eagle, with those donations. We love you.
Yes, thank you, Eagle. And of course, don't forget, you too can become a supporter.
Yes.
Just get out there to the websites and you can throw a little coin our way. Help us keep up the great job. Pay for hosting, pay for domain names, all that great stuff that keeps us going. Zoom Room, again.
Oh, yeah.
Winfield, love you, man. Thank you for this year's donation. And of course, all you who support us out there in the world. But meanwhile, it's Friday, and I'm going to go get my freak on out there in the world. I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NDNN. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you all on Monday.
Thanks for watching out on Twitch, YouTube, or listening on Radio Free Britannia. Love you.
Love you long time.
Some more than others.
Don't love me too much.
For only 2 minutes. You're good.